The people's perpetual protest. Sure, let's reduce our terror. I've not read the beginning, so... Palace of High Minster, let's compile a port report, I guess. We can also observe the protest again. Find the race marshal. Lord Rochester is propping himself up at the estranged bar. He needs to confirm you've reached the floating parliament. Lord Rochester regards you with bleary-eyed delight. How sensational! Sensational, he brays, with rather more S's than usual. How sensational! Sensational, I guess? Jolly glad you made it. Care for a tipple? He shakes his head. No, you'd best be on your way. He waves you back to your engine, but not before thrusting a few bottles into your arms for the return leg. I would have enjoyed fuel, but okay. Ask about the disgraced former courtier. She had friends in Parliament. Perhaps they might be willing to fill in a little of her history for you. The MP for Lesser Richmond is puttering about the corridors. She sputters into her handkerchief when you mention the courtier's name. She asks you to wait in her office while she fetches the courtier's friend. A bewhiskered undersecretary appears in the doorway. He offers you the MP's Kinker biscuits and a dram of her whiskey. He makes sure the door is firmly closed before he'll tell you anything. Eventually he finishes, quite red-faced. You are given to understand the throne was thoroughly cleaned afterwards. The same cannot be said for the courtier's reputation. Okay, so some kind of scandal with the crown. Sure. Nothing more to do here. Anything in the bazaar? Souls, that's actually useful. Crockery. I guess we'll get the souls. Yeah. Doesn't make us slower, does it? I hope not. So then we want to go. So we know this way isn't that good, because we have to go all the way around. So we could go back this way, but then go here, which should be faster. We could go through London. Is it better? This way is a bit of a pain, but that's it. The rest is fine and rather straight. Benefit of this way is that we get to explore. So we have to go this much north instead of this much south. So this is better. Then we have to do that. I think it's slightly faster. We don't get to cross through Big Ben, but it's fine. I think we have enough fuel. They do sell fuel there. We just can't do the speed boost. Whoops. I just hope we don't get an event that wastes our fuel away, because if we do, we're gonna be in big trouble. I do hear shooting. copious shooting. Damn. Ah, yeah. Well... I'd like not to be collateral, please. Okay. Going pretty well for now. Only 2 units of fuel remain. That should be fine. Okay. We've got quite some time, so here's hoping this is in fact a passage. It most likely is. That's not so... Perhaps there's no wall here, actually. A dusty wind blows, it clogs the pipes and ruddies the skin. Get down to the last of your fuel now. The white rat. Let's scavenge that. Stripper for repairs. Is it the option that gives me many options? We can buy fuel and hull, so we can buy fuel and supplies at the Royal Society, so I guess if we just repair the hull here, we're going to be in prime condition after that. So we'll just do that, yeah. And... whoops. That was in fact a wall. Not all wrecks were destroyed by misfortune. The counter-argument for the choice I just made was that if we get a bad event, we are in a terrible spot. So that was quite an optimistic choice I made here. Hi. You're stuck. Step bro, I'm not gonna help you. There's a race going on right now. Hey, we made it! Where is it? At Rochester Club. Right, that's not... No. Here. Claim victory on the race. You have triumphed. The room bursts into applause as you enter. A full bottle of champagne is located, opened, and sprayed vigorously in your direction. Good show, good show! Lord Rochester is red-faced with delight. Damn near pipped me getting back. Pipped? Very proud to call you Rochester. Very bloody proud. His praise is fulsome, as is the bag of sovereigns he pressed into your hands. 500. That is worth it, sure. Compete in the Rochester race in Albion. We did start right now, so I don't really want to go on one right now. I have terror I need to deal with. Yeah. Let's check on the driver. Has he done anything yet? They haven't returned from racing. Does anyone know how they are doing? The clubhouse is abuzz with speculation as to your driver's progress. Have they crashed again? Are they lost on some desolate port? Might they even now be speeding on towards victory? No one knows for sure, but everyone has an opinion. Your driver leaves an impression. He sure does. Okay. We've not been to Portsmouth House. The workshops under the area are known collectively as Portsmouth House. The glass and brick factories are staffed by harassed inventors and engineers working constantly to produce the next advancement in adventuring equipment. The Portsmouth Arsenal, smoke and soot, glass and steel. The ring of hammers on metal, the swearing of engineers, the acrid scent of sweat. Here in the bowels of Portsmouth House, the scientists of the Royal Society work to produce experimental designs for daring captains. A team of engineers led by the energetic mechanic are excited to get to work on whatever you'll pay them for. Here you can convert goods to experimental modifications which can be exchanged for unique equipment. That is so exciting. If I use the designs, what have the finest minds in Albion come up with? Here you can purchase unique locomotive equipment, contribute an uncanny specimen. If anyone can find a use for it, it will be the engineers at the Royal Society. How they'll use it is a question best left unspeculated on. Increase your experimental modifications by 1, or this by 3. You could contribute visions of the heavens or otherworldly artifacts, or condemned experiments, or searing enigma. Jesus. Okay. Oh. We have a use for our caged catches. Contribute munitions. They sell munitions. Okay. We can contribute so many different things. Right. Let's first talk. Ask the energetic mechanic about their suit. They clank about the arsenal in an old diving suit. It has pistons and chains that whir when the mechanic needs reinforcement. It's clearly no longer used for deep sea diving. Deep sea diving, because we chose to pronounce it the Untersee. The energetic mechanic gives you a delighted smile. So glad you asked. Yes, I did repurpose it. Did all the work myself. It keeps me warm in the cold and cool when things are a little too warm. Closer examination reveals tiny sigils of fire and of ice scintillating across the diving suit's surface. For a moment their tone is rueful. It cost me nearly everything to create. I wasn't sure it would be worth it, but the places I've been able to go to see, I can travel the wastes where all the stars are dead, or explore the eye of the storm that speaks. I'm interested. Same dialogue, I expect. Yes. Okay, well, let's give something away. An otherworldly artifact, I guess. A rattle. A sudden crack. An unfortunate tinkling. Ah, I'll just put this down over here, shall I? Do we... Okay, we can contribute as many of these as we want. We have 10. Jesus. Okay. Use the designs. What have the finest minds in Albion come up with? Pieces as much abandoned as finished are stored in this long gallery. Equipment gleams behind glass cases, like exhibits in a technical-minded museum. Take your time, the energetic mechanic says, leaning against the wall. Just let me know if I can be of any assistance. Acquire the Montresor chamber. Montresor, I guess. A secure chamber for your own private use. The Montresor occupies your bridge slot, requires you have at least 45 bales, and increases your hold by 4 and your quarters by 4. Damn. Okay. Acquire the Rossetti cabins. Double reinforced, externally mounted, ablative crew pods. Occupy your plating slot, requires your HOTS is at least 25, which it will never be, and increases your armor by 8. Armor? Not hull. And your quarters by 2. Okay. Acquire amniotic crew containment. That sounds terrible.